slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate
Hello
this, I'll
friends,
always show
and
up.
welcome back to Speak Bright
I don't ever
English,
slow.
where learning is easy and fun. I'm Emily, and today Paul is not here, he is sick. But don't worry, because today's lesson is one of the most important lessons you will ever learn if you want to master written English. Our topic today is how to write a professional essay in English. Before we talk about paragraphs, grammar, or vocabulary, we must talk about thinking. Professional essay writing does not begin with words. It begins with clear thinking. Many English learners fail at essay writing not because their grammar is weak, but because their thinking is unorganized. Professional English is controlled English. It is calm, logical, and intentional. When native speakers read an essay, they are not impressed by difficult vocabulary. They are impressed by clarity, structure, and purpose. So let me ask you an important question: why are you writing this essay? Every professional essay has a single central purpose. It may be to explain, to analyze, to compare, or to argue, but it is never to do everything at once. Weak essays try to cover too many ideas. Strong essays focus deeply on one idea and develop it carefully. This is the first mindset shift you must make. Hand-pointing: write an essay is not a collection of sentences. It is one connected argument. Now let us talk about what makes an essay professional. A professional essay has 4 key qualities: clarity, the reader understands your meaning easily. Structure, ideas are organized logically. Precision, words are chosen carefully. Consistency, tone and style remain formal throughout. If even one of these is missing, the essay feels weak. Before writing, professional writers always plan. They do not start typing randomly. They decide, what is my main idea, what are my supporting points, in what order should I present them. This planning stage is invisible to the reader, but it is what separates strong writers from weak ones. Now let us look at the basic structure of a professional essay. Every professional essay has 3 main sections: introduction, body, conclusion. This structure is not optional. It is a global academic standard used in universities, research papers, and professional publications. Think of your essay like a journey. The introduction invites the reader in and explains what the journey will be about. The body walks the reader through your ideas step by step. The conclusion brings the journey to a clear and confident end. If your reader ever feels lost, confused, or unsure about your point, then the essay has failed, no matter how good your grammar is. Now let us discuss tone, which is critical in professional English. Tone means the attitude your writing communicates. In professional essays, the tone should be neutral, objective, confident, formal. Avoid emotional language, slang, jokes, or conversational expressions. For example, phrases like, I think, you know, a lot of stuff, kids these days, these immediately weaken your writing. Instead, professional English uses clear statements, evidence-based reasoning, formal vocabulary, controlled sentence structure. Another important concept is reader awareness. Professional writers always write for the reader, not for themselves. Ask yourself, does this sentence clearly explain my idea? Does this paragraph connect logically to the previous one? Am I assuming too much background knowledge? If the reader has to guess your meaning, the writing is not professional. Now let us talk about English sentence control. Professional English avoids extreme sentence length. Sentences that are too short sound childish. Sentences that are too long sound confusing. Skilled writers balance both. Short sentences provide clarity. Longer sentences allow explanation and analysis. This balance creates authority in writing. Finally, Understand this important truth: hand-pointing right professional English is simple English used intelligently. It is not about showing off vocabulary. It is about guiding the reader clearly and confidently. In the next part, we will move into the introduction section and take a deep dive into writing strong opening sentences, avoiding weak introductions, crafting a powerful thesis statement, understanding how English arguments are framed. We're continuing our deep lesson on how to write a professional essay in English. In this part, we will focus entirely on the introduction, because this is where professional writing truly begins. Many English learners underestimate the introduction. They think it is just a few opening lines. In reality, the introduction is the control center of your entire essay. A weak introduction creates a weak essay, no matter how good your grammar is later. A professional introduction has three clear functions. First, it introduces the general topic. Second, it narrows the focus to your specific idea. Third, it presents a clear thesis statement. If any of these are missing, the introduction feels incomplete. Let us begin with the opening sentence, also known as the hook. In professional English, a hook is not a joke or a dramatic question. It is a calm, intelligent statement that shows control of language. Avoid casual or personal openings such as, "I want to talk about. This essay is about. In my opinion." These expressions immediately reduce the professional tone. Instead, professional writers begin with general truth statements or context-setting sentences. For example, education has long been regarded as a foundation of social and economic development. Notice how this sentence sounds mature and confident. It does not rush. It does not explain everything. It simply opens the door. This is an important lesson in English writing. Hand-pointing right professional English does not rush to explain. It guides the reader slowly. After the opening sentence, the introduction must narrow the topic. This means moving from a general idea to a more specific focus. Think of this like a funnel. Wide at the top, narrow at the bottom. For example, education in general. Then education in modern society. Then education and technology. Then your exact argument about technology in education. This logical narrowing is a key feature of academic English. Now we arrive at the most important element, the thesis statement. The thesis statement is the backbone of your essay. Everything in the body paragraphs must directly support it. If your thesis is unclear, your essay will feel directionless. A strong thesis statement has three qualities: it is specific, it is focused, it is arguable or explainable. Let us examine weak versus strong thesis statements. Weak thesis: technology is important in education. Why is this weak? Because it is obvious, general, and unfocused. The reader learns nothing new. Strong thesis: technology has transformed education by increasing accessibility, enhancing student engagement, and enabling personalized learning. This thesis is strong because it clearly tells the reader what the topic is, what position the essay takes, what points will be discussed. Professional English values clarity over creativity. Your goal is not to surprise the reader, but to inform and guide them. Another important rule: hand-pointing right. A thesis statement should never be a question. Questions create uncertainty. Professional essays require confidence. Always make statements, not questions. Now let us talk about language choices in introductions. Professional introductions avoid contractions: don't, can't, it's, slang or informal phrases, emotional exaggeration. Instead, they use formal verb structures, neutral tone, precise vocabulary, For example, instead of a lot of people think, use, many researchers argue. This shift instantly raises the level of your English. Sentence structure also matters. Introductions should not contain very long sentences packed with ideas. Clarity is more important than complexity. Each sentence should do one job. A good introduction usually contains 4 to 6 sentences. More than that often becomes repetitive or unfocused. Before moving to the body, always ask yourself, is my topic clear? Is my thesis specific? Does my introduction flow naturally? If the answer is yes, your essay has a strong foundation. In the next part, we will move into the body paragraphs, where English learners struggle the most. I will teach you how to build logical paragraphs, control academic language, and sound truly professional in English. Now we are entering the most challenging and most important part of professional essay writing, the body paragraphs. This is where many English learners fail, not because of grammar mistakes, but because of poor structure, weak logic, and uncontrolled language. A professional essay is judged mainly by the quality of its body paragraphs. Let me be very clear, hand-pointing right, a professional body paragraph is not a collection of sentences. It is a controlled unit of meaning. Each body paragraph must focus on one main idea only. When learners mix multiple ideas in one paragraph, the writing becomes confusing and unprofessional. Every strong body paragraph follows a logical internal structure: topic, sentence, explanation, support or example, analysis, transition to the next idea. Let us examine each part carefully. 1. Topic sentence controlling the paragraph. The topic sentence is the first sentence of your paragraph. It tells the reader exactly what this paragraph will discuss. A weak topic sentence creates a weak paragraph. Example of a weak topic sentence: technology is very useful. This sentence is unclear, informal, and unfocused. Example of a strong topic sentence: one significant advantage of technology in education is its ability to increase access to learning resources. Notice what this sentence does: it introduces one clear idea. It sounds formal and confident. It prepares the reader for explanation. Professional English always controls the reader's expectations. 2. Explanation, developing the idea. After the topic sentence, you must explain the idea. Many learners repeat the same idea using different words. This is not explanation. Explanation means deepening meaning. For example, after the topic sentence, you might explain what access means, who benefits from this access, why it matters in modern education. This is where academic English becomes important. Use calm, neutral language. Avoid emotional or dramatic expressions. Professional writers explain ideas logically, not emotionally. 3. Support, examples, evidence, or reasoning. Now comes support. Professional essays do not rely on opinions alone. They rely on evidence or reasoning. Support can include real-world examples, hypothetical situations, research references if required. For example, online learning platforms allow students in remote areas to access the same educational materials as students in urban institutions. This sentence strengthens your argument. It shows application, not just theory. 4. Analysis, showing thinking in English. Analysis is what separates basic writing from professional writing. Analysis answers questions like, why is this example important? What does this show? How does this support the thesis? Many learners skip analysis. They give examples but do not explain their significance. This makes the paragraph feel incomplete. Professional English always explains why something matters. 5. Transitions, connecting ideas smoothly. A professional essay flows smoothly. Paragraphs should never feel isolated. This is achieved through transitions. Use linking words such as, moreover, however, in contrast, as a result, consequently. These words guide the reader's thinking and create logical progression. Avoid casual connectors like and then or also a lot. These weaken your tone. Academic vocabulary and formal tone. Now let us talk about word choice, which is critical in professional English. Avoid informal words like kids, children, stuff, materials, a lot, numerous, significant, get, obtain, receive. These small changes dramatically improve your writing level. Also avoid contractions, don't, do not, can't, cannot. Professional English prefers full forms. Sentence structure control. Professional writers control sentence length. Short sentences provide clarity. Longer sentences allow explanation and complexity. Example: technology improves education. It increases access to information and supports independent learning. This combination sounds confident and controlled. Avoid extremely long sentences that try to do everything at once. If a sentence feels heavy, split it. Staying focused on the thesis. Every body paragraph must clearly support the thesis statement. If a paragraph does not support the thesis, it does not belong in the essay. Before writing a paragraph, ask yourself, how does this idea help prove my main argument? If you cannot answer that question, revise the paragraph. Common mistakes to avoid. Let me highlight a few common mistakes: mixing multiple ideas in one paragraph, using emotional or casual language, repeating ideas instead of analyzing them, forgetting to connect paragraphs logically. Avoiding these mistakes immediately improves your writing quality. Professional body paragraphs are built on logic, clarity, and language control. When done correctly, they make your English sound confident, intelligent, and academic. In the final part, we will learn how to write a strong conclusion, polish the language, and transform a good essay into a truly professional one. This is the final part of our deep lesson on how to write a professional essay in English. In this part, we will focus on 4 critical skills that separate average writers from truly professional ones: writing strong conclusions, editing effectively, refining language, and learning to think in English. Let us begin with the conclusion. Many English learners believe the conclusion is just a summary. This is only partially true. A professional conclusion does more than repeat ideas. It brings clarity, confidence, and closure. The conclusion has 3 main purposes: to briefly restate the main idea, to remind the reader of the key points, to leave a strong final impression. A professional conclusion never introduces new arguments. If new ideas appear at the end, the essay feels unfinished and confusing. Instead of repeating your thesis word for word, you should rephrase it. Rephrasing shows language control and flexibility, which are key signs of advanced English ability. For example, if your thesis discussed how technology improves education, your conclusion should restate this idea using different words but the same meaning. This ability to express the same idea in multiple ways is essential in professional English. Now let us talk about conclusion language. Avoid overused phrases like, in conclusion, to sum up this essay. While these are not incorrect, professional writing prefers variety. Alternatives include, overall, in summary, ultimately, taken together. Your final sentence should sound confident and complete. It should feel like a natural ending, not a sudden stop. A strong final sentence often connects the topic to a broader idea or future implication. Now let us move on to one of the most important skills in professional writing, editing. Professional writers do not write perfect essays in one attempt. They rewrite, revise, and refine. Editing is not about fixing small grammar mistakes, it is about improving clarity and strength. When editing your essay, check for these 4 things. Clarity: is every sentence easy to understand? Precision: are the words exact or vague? Structure: do paragraphs flow logically? Tone: is the language formal and consistent? One powerful editing technique is sentence reduction. Remove unnecessary words. Professional English is often shorter, not longer. For example, this essay is going to discuss the topic of education in modern society. Can become: this essay examines education in modern society. Shorter, clearer, stronger. Another key skill is replacing weak verbs with strong ones. Instead of make, do, get, use verbs like create, conduct, obtain, demonstrate. Now let us discuss grammar in professional writing. Grammar matters, but not in isolation. Perfect grammar with weak ideas is still weak writing. Grammar should support meaning, not replace it. Focus especially on verb-tense consistency, subject-verb agreement, article usage a, in, the. Sentence boundaries: avoid long sentences with multiple ideas joined by and. This often creates confusion. If a sentence feels heavy, split it. Now comes one of the most important lessons of all: thinking in English. Many learners write by translating from their native language. This creates unnatural sentence structure and awkward phrasing. Professional English requires you to think directly in English. This means planning ideas in English, forming arguments in English, writing without mentally translating. At first, this feels difficult. But it is the only way to achieve natural, professional writing. Reading high-quality English essays helps greatly. Pay attention to how ideas are introduced, how paragraphs are structured, how conclusions are written. Do not copy, analyze. Finally, remember this core truth: hand-pointing right professional English is not about sounding impressive. It is about being understood clearly and confidently. When your writing is clear, structured, and controlled, your English becomes powerful. Thank you for watching Speak Bright English. Keep practicing, keep refining your writing, and keep thinking in English. I'll see you in the next lesson.